How to decide whether or not to get a new kitten. When you are seized with the urge to get a new kitten, and you are, consumed with thoughts of little feet and precious whiskery faces and adorable squeaking meows and that frisky way that little kittens bristle and pounce, it is imperative to stop and wait. Getting a new kitten is a major responsibility. The cat must be fed, watered, and given plenty of attention every day. Plus, you must make sure to take her in for spaying and her regular checkups. Finally, you must consider the needs of any current kitties in your home and determine whether or not a new kitten would irrevocably disrupt their routine. Therefore, it's important to take several hours at least, or maybe a full day, before you succumb to delightful kitten temptation, in order to make a clear-headed and rational choice. Here is one way I have found to keep your mind off of kittens while you let the back of your mind ruminate on the idea. Not only is this technique effective, it's also very indulgent. We all deserve to indulge now and then. Here is your shopping list. Chocolate chips, brown sugar, butter, rat poison, zip ties, 3 to 4 beach towels, cinnamon-scented candles, champagne, champagne flutes, matches, shovel, bag of mulch, lavender and sage plant starters, washcloths, vanilla body wash, mouthwash, slinky negligee, sharp sturdy scissors, butcher's cutlery, Tupperware, wet cat food, and popcorn. What to do? Perhaps your handsome neighbor has been laid low with bronchitis for a while, and perhaps his wife is leaving to visit her disabled mother. That will take several hours, and he will be feeling weak and lonely. This idea will work best if your handsome neighbor is in general a very nice man who once did something kind for you, such as gently and bravely retrieving your kitty from a tree. Dress in sensible clothing with closed-toed shoes. Preheat oven. Mix up batter for chocolate chip cookies. Use extra vanilla extract and sugar. At the last minute before baking, mix in chocolate chips and rat poison. Drop cookies by rounded spoonfuls onto cookie sheet. Open windows and doors to ventilate house and sit outside. Give the kitty some extra attention. Wait for handsome neighbor's wife to leave for her trip to her mom's house. Place cookies on a plate. Line laundry hamper with black plastic garbage bags. Place inside towels, matches, candles, champagne, plant starters, mouth and body wash, and cutlery, and don't forget the champagne flutes. Set hamper outside the front door, along with shovel and bag of mulch. Don't let the kitty out. Knock on handsome neighbor's door. Thank him for fixing your adjoining fence. Ask after his bright little niece. Tell him you're going to church and bringing these cookies, and it's a new recipe, and will he please try one in front of you? Linger and chat with him as he eats the cookie. When handsome neighbor begins to feel unwell, assist him into his house. Lock the front door. Bring him water. Hide his cell phone. Act bewildered but comforting. Pet his hair when he vomits. Have him lie down in his bed. Pretend to call an ambulance. When handsome neighbor begins to weaken, zip tie his hands to the bedpost. Offer more cookies. He may spit them out. Cram them into his mouth anyway. Arrange towels around his face to absorb any blood that may begin to seep from his gums or nose. If handsome neighbor is quiet, simply choking on own blood or cookies or vomiting, go get hamper and begin to place candles about the room. If handsome neighbor is noticeably loud, press a pillow over his mouth and nose to stop his breath. When handsome neighbor has assumed a final state of quietness, light the cinnamon-scented candles. As handsome neighbor may be messy with vomit and/or blood, use washcloths and vanilla body wash to clean him, taking care not to dampen the sheets. You may remove his clothes at this time. Handsome neighbor will have bled in his mouth. Use a washcloth dampened with mouthwash to ameliorate any bad smells or tastes. Change into slinky negligee. Pour champagne. Enjoy caressing handsome neighbor's lips, chest, legs, and face while you wait for rigor mortis to set in. This will be your chance to talk to him. In a few moments to hours, he should be hard. Do not use this time to think of the kitten you may or may not be bringing home. Try to think only of handsome neighbor, the curve of his pretty lips, the softness of his hair. Mount him at your leisure. Remember to live in the moment and truly grasp each instant of ecstatic pleasure as you finally culminate your latent romantic attraction. Finish champagne. Extinguish candles. Change back into sensible clothing and put on shoes. Get shovel, mulch, and plant starters. This may take more than one trip. In backyard, dig a trench deep and wide enough for handsome neighbor. Remember to take a moment to gaze about and enjoy his lush and well-tended hobby garden. When hole is sufficiently large, use sharp, sturdy scissors to snip zip ties from handsome neighbor's wrists and ankles. Place old zip ties, body wash, cooled candles, mouthwash, washcloths, slinky negligee, and matches in hamper. Bring the hamper to the backyard. Maneuver handsome neighbor through hallway and out back door. Arrange him in trench. Use butcher's cutlery to remove a slice of flesh from his thigh and place flesh in Tupperware. Pour remaining cookies over handsome neighbor. Place one whole in his mouth. Sing the Pie Jesu from church. Cover him with topsoil. Plant sage and lavender on top of burial mound. Pile mulch around plants. Water thoroughly and coil hose neatly back in place. Search house and pick up any forgotten belongings. Strip bed of sheets and put them in the hamper. Replace with a fresh set from the closet. Take hamper, empty starter pots, remaining mulch, and shovel back home. This may take more than one trip. Turn off all lights in handsome neighbor's home and shut door. Once home, put sheets in the washing machine to launder. Place mulch in garage. Put rat poison under sink. Use a chopping board and a clean cleaver and dice the flesh finely. In a small bowl, mix wet cat food with diced flesh. Set mixture out for the kitty. Handsome neighbor's wife will be home soon. Make some popcorn. Sit by the window and listen and/or watch for her car. Perhaps at this time, you will know whether or not getting a new kitten is right for you. I wish you luck in your decision.